Hi, welcome to my Makeup Monday for Monday the 24th of March 2025. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast, so welcome. Today I'm going to do a really easy fun fold card and I'm actually killing two birds with one stone. I'm needing more Easter cards for the little shop that I'm supplying cards for, so I'm doing an Easter card. Yeah, it's using the Faith Collection stamp set and dies, which is an online exclusive. It's probably not a stamp set that most people would get in their stash, but it is a really lovely stamp set, and it's really good for Easter cards, for christenings, for sympathy cards. So don't overlook it because it is a really nice stamp set and little dies to match. So let's go down to the craft desk and we'll get started. I have actually changed it just a fraction, this design. I got the design off Debra Harrison on YouTube, who got it off Bethany Bernard. So you've probably seen quite a few of these Easter crossfold cards going around at the moment, seeing that Easter's coming up. So let's have a look and see what we can come up with. Okay, so this is the card. Now, it doesn't actually stand up because, well, it kind of stands up, but it tilts forward. So that's where I've changed it so that the front panel is the same size as the back panel. So I have done this card with the, it's all in inches. I left it in inches, and it does actually go flat, and it will fit into a standard C6 envelope quite well. So it's a little bit shorter than our normal cards because it's in inches and it's, you know, American sort of sizing. But I just left it as that size. I wasn't going to try and tamper with it. So that is our card, and it's a really cute little fun fold card. Really easy. And I thought we'd have a go. And on the back, that's where you sign it, write on it. So that's what we're going to come up with today. So let's bring in our bits and pieces. I've got everything cut and ready. So you need, the back panel is 3.5 inches by 5.5 inches. I'll move that out of the way. The foldy front panel is 5 inches by 5.5 inches, and it's scored 1 inch, 1 7/8 of an inch, 3 1/8, and 4 inches. So that's your foldy front panel. Then you've got you've got your crossbar panel. That is 1 1/4 by 3 1/8. Then you've got some designer series paper. Now I'm using the is it Floral Delights or Delightful? Floral Delights designer series paper in the mini catalogue. I've got two pieces and they're 7 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/4. I've got another piece that is 1 1/8 of an inch by 5 1/4. Then you've got your crossbar piece, which is 1 1/8 by 2 7/8. And then you've got your back panel. This piece that is 3 1/4 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and a little bit of DSP to trim it up, 3/4 of an inch by 3 1/4. So if you want to take a screenshot of all those measurements, I'll just leave them there for the minute. Now the scoring is done on the 5-inch side, so you put the 5-inch side up into your trimmer and you score it at 1 inch, 1 7/8, 3 1/8, and 4 inches. So I'll just leave that there so you can get a little screenshot. You do also need some scraps of white paper to do the stamping and the cross, if you've got that. Got this set. Otherwise you can just do like a circle and stamp a sentiment, Easter greetings or Easter blessings. If you don't have the Faith Collection stamp set, you can still adapt it to Easter. So that is everything. Okay, so let's get started. Let's move everything to one side and we can get started. So that's our back panel. So this is our foldy panel, this panel here. So it's going to be, where's my phone folder? The first crease is going to be a mountain fold. Then the second crease is a valley fold. No, it's not. I've done that back to front. I apologize. The first crease is a valley fold. The second crease is a mountain fold. The third crease is a mountain fold. And the fourth crease is a valley. So let's just see. So that's what you've got when you've scored your front panel. So we're going to decorate it before we attach it to our back panel. So I've got a new glue. I opened a new glue up because my other one was getting a little bit empty. So these two pieces of designer series paper, 7/8 of an inch by 5 1/4, are going to go onto our side bars. And this piece is going to go in the middle. This one I just did this designer series paper all the same side, like I just used the one side facing out, but I thought I'd just sort of mix it around a little bit. So let's attach our two side panels. And if you've got a directional paper, just be mindful, you know, when your flower's going down or whatever you're doing going down. I really like this Floral Delights paper. It's beautiful. It's in the mini catalogue if you're wanting. Whoops, glue spurtage. Let me just mop that up as we go, and we'll wiggle that over. And this side, it's a very narrow strip, so, and it's a new glue bottle, so you know it comes out quite quickly. So there we go. Might just get my little tissue. And if you wanted to put some on the side panels, you could. I haven't bothered. So that's going to go there. So there we go. So yes, I'm supplying the little shop that I'm up the road. It's all handmade products from local people with my cards, and I'm trying to get a batch of Easter cards done for them. So that's what that's going to look like. And I'm going to take that off, and we're going to attach it to our card base. Now, the instructions that I followed, this panel was a fraction shorter, and that's why when it stands up it actually leans forward. And I thought, well, if I made the panel the same size, it would stand up for display better. So that's what I've done. So I am just going to put glue on one side, and I'm going to give it a little bit of a border down here. So I'll match it top and bottom, but just give a little bit of a border on the left hand side. And you could use tear and tape, but I think glue's better because you can sort of just, you know, get it into place. And see, then I'm going to just do this same border on the right side and match it up top and bottom. So as I said, this set is not one that probably everybody would want in their collection. But you know what? It's actually a really nice little set. And I don't think it should be overlooked. This could make a great christening card. So let me just, I've got some glue spurtage on the inside, so let me just get my, there we go. So that now it's going to stand up straight properly for me. And I really like that. So let me show you the stamp set. This is the stamp set. So it's, as I said, it's an online exclusive, and the bundle is $65.50, so it's not a very dear bundle. And these are the dies, and this is the stamp set. It's really quite a nice little stamp set. It's got thinking of you, so you could make nice sympathy cards, and you know, it's very well suited for Easter and for christenings. So yeah, it could be used for all sorts of things like that. So that is that, all done. I won't do the back panel just yet. I'll just, whoops, I'll grab my scraps because, oh, let's do the cross. Let's do the crossbar. We can do that. So I'll get rid of that, and that's just going to go on the crossbar like so. And then that's just going to go on the card like that. So let's just, is this my new one? Yeah, this is my new one. You watch. Now I have glue spurting everywhere. It's very humid today here, and I think that's why my glue is coming out so quickly. It's not terribly, like the temperature, it's not very high, but the humidity is high. And I don't know what's worse. I hate the humidity. But maybe that's just because I'm an old duck now. Anyway, so that's going to go like that. So let me just shimmy that across a little bit so that it's even. So that's going to go, so that makes you cross straight away. So I am going to put my glue here rather than here. And then I know I'm not going to put it over too far. So let me just bring that down. I'm just going to line it up, make sure I've got it kind of even and straight. We don't want a crooked cross because that could be sad. Now I'll probably put that up higher than I did on this one. I did, but that's okay. You can shimmy it down if you want. Whoops. I'll just see. Yeah, that's okay. So you can see what it looks like. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. You can see what it looks like with the matching paper. The background cross kind of gets a little bit lost. That's why I thought I'd do it with contrasting paper this time. So let's grab a, I'll put that there. Grab a, what are we grabbing? A scrap. Was that going to be big enough scrap? Yes, it is. And I'm going to grab a leaf. And does that fit on this block? No, that's why I had that other block out. Now I remember. It fits on this block a bit better. And what else do I need? I need to grab a little die from my little die cut box. This one. This is a little stylish shaped die that I've done that with. So this is my little box of stamp things that I haven't finished off. And little die cuts when I cut spare die cuts out. Okay, so we need our old olive, and I'm going to ink up my fern, my palms. There we go. You know what, I'm going to do it diagonally. I'm going to do it like this because then I know the die won't fall off. Do you know what I mean by that? Whoops, push it up. More view, more in view. Okay, so that's, and that alone could work, but I do like the wooden cross over the top. I do like that. So let me just pop that down over there, and I'm going to get my wooden cross, and that's the one I had on this. I'll close up my old olive, and I shall bring in pecan pie. Now we need another scrap. Here we go. And I'm going to stamp, oh sorry, that's down too far yet again. Stamped my cross. let's just grab our scissors, cut off the previous crosses, and there we go. And then what I did was I got a blender pen. Is that the one I want? And I just coloured it in a little bit better. So I just dipped my blender pen into the pecan pie ink, and I'm just going to colour the cross in. Just sort of give it a little bit more colour. You could use your stamping blends, that would work. And just the blender pen alone is spreading the ink nicely for me. But if you want to add a little bit more, just dip your blender pen into your ink pad and add a little bit more. And then the crossbar. Like so. And that's our cross coloured in. Put that over there. Close up my ink and clean off that stamp as well so I don't put my arm into it. And I'm going to bring in the cut emboss machine. So I'll pop these blocks out of the way and put that there. I'll just move my cards to one side and bring in the cut emboss machine. Okay, now I'll do this one first. So there is a die to cut this out. Just have to work out which way round it is, not that way, it must be this way. Yes. So let me just line that up. And pop that down. Now these dies would all go through the mini cut emboss machine as well. If you've only got the mini cut emboss machine, these dies would fit through that machine. Okay, so that's our cross with the palms. Put that back in my little thing, and then we'll cut the cross out. Now I've got to line this up properly. Sometimes I don't line it up properly and it makes me cross. Ha ha ha. Sorry about the pun. Okay, let's fingers crossed. No, that's pretty good. I think I lined that up okay. But there has been occasions where I haven't lined it up okay and it's been a mishmash. And I don't like mishmash. Okay, let's just move this out of the way. Okay, so we'll bring our cards back in. And I've got my little teeny tiny banner. Now before we... There we go. I have actually cut that a little bit lopsided, but you know what? I don't think it really matters. And I'm not going to stress too much about it. Because I'm just not. Okay, so before I do that, I've got... Oh, sorry. Everything's so loud on this... on this glass mat, and I forget sometimes and I drop things down, and I'm really sorry. I'm just going to get some of this yellow ribbon. And I am going to keep it in vision because I don't want to do everything out of camera range. I'm going to thread some of this behind, and then I'm going to grab a glue dot and just roll the glue dot over and put it in the center of the cross so that we get a little bit of this ribbon happening, because it does have a meaning. I can't remember the meaning because I didn't listen in Sunday school. But then that's okay. It doesn't matter that I didn't listen. And then I'm going to attach it over the white area of the cross on with the palms behind. Now I could do that on dimensionals, but I'm going to do it flat, so I am going to use my snail. I'm nearly running to the end of all the snail that I purchased when it got retired, and that will be a very sad day. Okay, so I'm just going to put it over the shadow, you know, the outline of the cross behind. Now I am going to put that up on dimensionals. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? Something. Here we go. I'll just use normal dimensionals. I'm going to put it down the middle of the palm image. Like so. And put it like the cross on the cross. Is that centered? I think it's centered. There we go. And then I've got my little teeny banner, and I think I'll do it in Old Olive. And I've got the sentiment, "He is risen," and I'm just going to ink that up. It only just fits on this little banner, so I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm trying not to bring my head in, but it's really hard when it's just a little teensy banner. There we go, just fits. So you can see that it just fits on that banner. Look, good ink. And then I'm going to pop that down there with a little bit of glue, I think. Where's my glue gone? Here it is. I will just put it across here. And so yeah, these are sort of popping up on YouTube, these cards, these Easter cross fold cards. They're sort of popping up all over the place, and I thought that looks like a really cool fun fold card. Just a nice simple one. I thought I've got to do it. But if you don't have this stamp set, you could easily just do like a circle with, you know, Easter blessings or Easter greetings or faith. What's the stamp set? Let me have a look. This Unbounded Love one that's in the annual catalogue. It's got hope, love and faith. So you could use those for Easter and put it on like a little circle. That would be another way of using this sort of design of a card. Okay, so now we've got our back panel and our little piece of paper to embellish our back panel, just to, you know, tizzy it up a bit. So I'm going to put that there, use my grid, my lines. I do like the glue, how you've got that little bit of wiggle room, just to wiggle it out of place and make it crooked. No, that's not true. There we go. There we go. And we're going to flip our card over, and that's going to go on the back, and that's where you'll write on it. Have I got that straight? I think I have. But I've got a bit of a glue spurtage situation. Just got to not go so close to the edges, and then the glue won't spurt. There we go. So you will be able to write on that because, as I said, it does go flat. You can sort of write on it even with the cross bar all in place. There we go. Now, I don't think I need to embellish that. I think it's, the ribbon is doing enough. I don't think it needs like anything else. So that is our Easter crossfold card for today. As I said, I'll show you some of the other ones I've made with this set. I've got to cover that glare up. So here are a few others, because there are some people that want, oops, that's glaring, that want religious Easter cards. So that's using the Faith Collection stamp set and dies, and the new dies called Textured Note dies. I use that for the gold foil and for the white card. And that's just a really simple one. Here's another one. And here's another one. That's using the Textured Note dies as well. Here's one with the Everyday Arches. So I'm just doing a few religious ones for people who want those sort for Easter for the little shop. And then I've gone ahead and done some more, you know, commercial sort of ones with the bunny. Here's some with the storybook moments. So we're getting I'm getting quite a stash now together for the little shop. And I just made these ones, super simple ones, with a retired set. But let me put that over here. But that is our card for today. So it's called an Easter crossfold card. Now, because I've extended the front panel to be the same depth as the back panel, it stands up really nicely now. This one, it's leaning forward and it sort of topples over. See, it doesn't quite stand up. It's got a lean on it. So that's why I made the front panel the same size as the back panel, so I could at least stand up for display. So I hope you liked that today. As I said, it's probably not a set that most people would get for their stash, but it does work, and it's quite handy for sympathy cards, Easter cards, christening cards. It would work for that. So that was today's with the contrasting designer series paper, and this was my little trial run. So I hope you enjoyed that. Now I'll be back on Wednesday for Card and a Cuppa / Make and Create, but I will be going live at 11 AM because I have an appointment in the afternoon. So I thought rather than pre-record, I would go live at 11 AM on Wednesday. So I'll see you at 11 AM on Wednesday for Make and Create / Card and a Cuppa. I hope you have a great start to your week, and I shall see you on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.